Alright, good. Now I'm kicking. Excellent connection. Fantastic, that's what I wanted to hear.
It's a really nice visual that DLN has for FR2 versus Supernova.
I do like it. It's good. Those are the two right teams, right?
I mean, I saw the image that Saldiv sent, but I didn't know it was animated too.
So the YouTube link that's in Casts and Media, is that still the right one then?
It should not have changed, but I'm going to go and ensure that that's correct.
Right now it's a video that's a minute 30.
I'm
I'm
changing it.
trying
It
to
did
figure out whether or
change.
not we're live.
I just
It
changed it.
changed.
I just changed
Yeah.
it.
We are out delete or
I edited my
they.
post.
Cool.
Sorry, I know that's confusing.
I'm just
Okay, that
gonna
sounds
check Supernova's roster real quick. 'Cause I kind of forgot who they were.
Oh, what do I say here? You forgot.
I know that Supernova, they were around since Season 1, so it's technically a veteran team versus the newest team in Dash League, FR2. But,
Oh, I didn't realize that they were on last season.
yeah, they were. Back in the day, they had, let's see, Oklashin was one of them. But in addition to that, there's also Artemius, who, at the time, I don't think he's playing this season, but back in the day, he was the all-star on Supernova's side. Pretty good player, well-rounded. Must not have bought the game, because it's been months since I've seen Bartemius in the lobby. But there's still Boy Doy, not to be confused with Boy Roy.
You know, I've
I
done
was
that
so
too.
confused. I just watched the other game. Not the other game, but with other playing, and saw Boy
Oh,
Roy.
yeah. The other game.
Yeah, the other.
Oh,
Okay,
they're
that
ready to
explains
start.
it.
Yeah, I
They're
went in.
putting
Oh,
all their
wow.
hands together. They're gonna do a collaborative
Oh my
whoop.
gosh. Some game is actually starting on time.
These guys are in
First
before I
time
got
in
there.
history.
Right?
So we're gonna run
What?
Josh just a little live.
Alright, can we read out the rosters here? On Supernova's side is Mando, Boydoy, Yeet Kid, Michael, can't make out the rest of it, Surge.
Oh, here,
That's-
let me help out.
It's
Yeah, we
Michael
got
Speen.
Manda, Boyda, Yeet Kid, Michael Speen, and Surge. But yeah, it just
Michael
says Michael
Speen.
Speed.
Who is
Speen.
Surge?
And then we've got FR, Tomcat, Saint,
Lil Freeze.
So we'll
Yeah,
fight.
Sophie's.
I want to say every FR player here is new to me. I don't think they took anyone out of the original FR roster.
Is Rafiki? I thought he was on FR.
Let's see, the old FR?
They moved a couple players, right? I don't remember
Possible.
which ones got. I remember reading that post for the
Yeah.
first time and seeing a whole bunch of FR players leave. I'm like, no! FRQ's off to a really nice start right now. They don't seem to be having too much trouble controlling the start spawn zone.
I'm not seeing a lot of Supernova around the area.
Ooh, double kill with the shot from Yeet Kid.
Yeah.
Or was that Mando?
No,
No,
Surge.
it was. Just a heads up to viewers, you can actually keep track of who's dying and who's living in this game by checking the little bars underneath their name tags. That represents their health, and as it decreases, they'll eventually go to a black bar, which means that their blood
I'm
double stack.
not proud of how long it took me to realize that when I was watching the game.
I think Odd pointed it out to me. I was like, "Oh, that makes things easier."
Yeah, well, at some point for like a domination match, somebody's like, "Oh, it's a team wipe. They're all down. They're all down," and or like one person left. It's like, how did they know that?
They're psychics, man.
I
That's
thought they were
actually
just power.
that's how they did it before. Back in the old, during the alphas, right? Every commentator was a psychic.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
So right now they're at 1 o'clock, and they just reached the end of the the hill, and
Yeah.
they're about to make it out. This is where
They're
a major lockdown happened.
they've been double and triple stacking for a large portion of this.
Yeah, FR is
They're
putting
doing
on
very well.
a fantastic push here, and they're finally getting cleared. But they pushed right on through that bridge, almost unobstructed.
Yeah, with double to triple stacks, and Tandaroo just got an interesting kill on Voidoy. He was actually
Grab that
Wow,
headshot.
there's another good kill.
Shuffle it.
Tandaroos doing really well.
And that was a little disrespectful.
Sure.
He may not survive there, but he did buy a lot of time for his teammates to show up. Build. Now we're watching Mando. He's been working this kind of area along the.
They've got 3 FR coming in. Mando, the disruptor, gets taken out, and I mean, I don't even know if they have assign roles like disruptor. Oh,
Rafiki saw
they've
the
got
shotgun.
rockets.
The kid
Is it?
has
I
eyes on
wonder if it's Michael's Speen with the rockets. It looks like. I would like to see FR take them out. Nope, it's a kid. Would like to see FR take them out so they can get a good push going.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They can definitely get a good shot on Yikid Mir. In fact, it's not even that dangerous, strictly speaking, for them to hop on the cart. It's a bit hard to aim rockets on the cart, and it takes a while when you're this far back, which is why a lot of other players they might try and get closer with the rockets.
Michael's Speen is a little bit impatient there.
Yeah,
When you know it's only got a second. Oh wow.
exactly.
Is Surge a newer player?
Surge
I
is
didn't
back to
know.
newer players.
Okay.
And I remember playing it for the first time and going, what on earth? I just got the game. He's one of those players who got into Hyperdash and really picked it up quickly. Like everything, all the basics resonated with him instantly. So
Gotcha.
right out the gate, he was ready for competitive play.
Can you
That's really
flash
cool.
the scoreboards up so we can see the level all these players are? I mean, I assume most of them are from the alphas, but Surge, level 21. And I don't know if he had an account yet, but that's in very I mean, really, across the board here, Michael, Steam, and Mandel stand out. You don't see a lot of level 40s.
Well, but I do keep saying, you know, level really doesn't, it's not indicative of a whole lot, especially at this point, you know, since everybody dropped back down to level 1.
Oh, yeah.
It is interesting to see. It just indicates playtime at some point.
Yeah, it's all playtime. I mean, I want to say when you're a totally new player, by the time you're level 30, that's when you may have found a niche, you may have found a desire to play competitively, or you could have been already started. And then once you get to level 50, that's where you actually figure out your playstyle and which weapons you really just want to keep avoiding, which ones you want to stay next to at all times, you know?
That's fair. So we just hit a minute. We've got a lot of Supernova posted up around the cart, and this place just the right apart. We're seeing more and more teams post rockets there to just pick them off as they hop on cart.
It takes a bit of coordination to lock down those rockets. I mean, really from the Rocketeer's perspective, they want to change positions each time, but E-Kid has no need for that. He's just standing there, he's on a... Ooh, he died. He must have gotten ticked off.
I mean, if you have a good position and the opponent isn't forcing you out of it,
Oh,
really
good
speaks
shots.
That's a double kill with the shots or something.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
shots
but
right
then
here would be great. They're all on the cart.
Got 9 seconds to just shove it through a couple millimeters.
Go.
That was
behind
too
you.
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
Oh, they haven't noticed him.
There's
They
a
need a creep
shot.
push. Go, go,
And
go.
there it is, there it
Oh,
is.
they got it, they got
Checkpoint.
it. Well
Three.
done.
FR2 will
That's,
push past.
That was a great play from the shock user. He took out 3 people and made a lot of room for
The party
rest
bus
of...
moves with more
Yeah,
than
the
the
party bus.
maximum number of.
Oh, they're creeping
Party
behind.
bus is the maximum number of players you need for max speed plus 1. 4 to 5 is the term. But yeah, one way or another, FR managed to push through this checkpoint here without really much coordination. All you can see, they didn't wait for each other too much. They were just kind of hoping that the timing of their own respawns would line them up.
Line up.
Yeah.
And unfortunately
They
for
were
them,
definitely-
it looks like one of them ended up behind the opponent with charged pistols, and they didn't notice, giving them a little bit of time to pop a couple heads before the last player slipped in.
So
It was really,
Mando
really
took-
clutch.
Yeah, for sure. But good on Mando. He went around through the flank and killed 3 people and died himself. It's a fun spot to stand. It's a good sightline if you have a great accuracy, and people don't really think about enemies up there. Like, it took me ages to even find out that area existed where the sniper spawn is.
Yeah.
There's a lot
And
of
we're
supernova around the cart.
Andrew picking out
Double
E-Kid
kill.
there.
Oh, well
It's a double.
done. Pandaroo has been
Oh.
described by, I don't remember if it's Sangal or Shangan, but as mini Toga, and I'm seeing that more and more as I watch him play.
He's on 3 kills. It's like Toga equivalent right here.
Right? Oh, oh
Dude.
no.
I feel like that first hit from E-Kid should have, or at least on the stream cam, that should have looked like insta-kill damage, but one way or another, E-Kid gave a good wave to the camera.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah. Speaking of a rocket, we basically never see that on the offensive side after the first checkpoint, but it's like something Ark would do if they're doing
That was a great
Yeah,
Boy,
try.
do I.
Boy,
pushing
Wow.
the cart. Rockets on offense is just a matter of, do you think the defensive players are gonna actually hop onto the cart to intervene with the push? Or will they be able to just snipe at it from afar? Down here, and
So it looks like the grand majority here of Supernova's defense, the static defense, they're kind of posted up around the cart.
Yeah.
I've counted 4, so there could be one player pressing up the button
double kill from E-Kid.
trying to
And it
disrupt.
looks like FR really is. They're getting a bit distracted, and they're not particularly going straight for cart. They're hopping up in the attic, they're hopping around the cart, and I think that's something, you know, just with a newer team that you like to see them. They iron out at some point, but it just takes playing together and understanding that coordination.
This is the place that
Oh,
Supernova
no.
would shine as an experienced team from season 1.
Exactly.
'Cause, you know, the first checkpoint, that's hard to get through on offense and all the other dashes. Here you actually do have dashes, but
Oh,
you
well.
also have so many different places to invade and take control of the card from that it can be difficult to group up successfully.
Oh wow,
But
great.
Pandaroo with
Good pick.
This is a great shot.
Yeah.
Looks like they have rockets and movements there trying to help them.
The rockets don't seem to be having enough impact, and they've been inching the cart slowly but surely. We have 2 minutes left on the clock to make up 12% of the remaining distance.
Mando with the shotgun defines. I'm almost certain too there was someone there, Mando, but I don't know where he went. That Mando
So we
doesn't
never
have a
did
lead.
predictions. Right now it looks like Supernova is doing a decent job defending, but I can't really say whether FR2 would be stronger on defense and offense. Usually there's a pretty clear difference when the teams are new.
Right.
I don't know that I've
But-
seen him play enough to know.
Right, yeah,
for
I
sure.
genuinely haven't seen enough of their play to
Mhm.
be totally certain for FR2, but I do know that a lot of these
Good
guys
kill
will
from
have been practicing playing with the FR guys, so my best assumption is that
Mm-hmm.
FR2's performance should be somewhere close to FR with just a little bit less experience. Based off of
Yeah,
that,
and I feel like
yeah.
the experience you see a lot have an effect on the offensive side and really trying to group up and trying to organize. So I don't know if experience as much comes into play for defense. I know it does to an extent, but I'm wondering if they'll be a bit more
absolutely.
aggressive
Salsa
on
dancing
defense.
from Tomcat there.
Definitely would have wanted to jump on the cart there just to save that tiny bit of distance. It seems like so little at first, and you want to conserve your life as much as you can. If the enemy has explosives, and you really don't want to be on the cart. But when it's not explosives, it really is. It makes all the difference in the world. To
Great push there from FR.
Oh yeah.
They're almost
Especially because your spawn time is so quick to get back to the spot, as opposed to FR, who's got a trip to get back to the cart. Supernova can spawn much quicker.
Oh yeah, for sure. But right now they have a triple stack on the cart, and the shocks clear them out. That could be 100%. Yes,
That's
Oh,
it.
they've got it.
Excellent from Tomcat.
24
with 24
seconds.
seconds.
Is that Tomcat with the shocks? No, I can't really see you through the cam.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Tomcat.
Tomcat Rafiki
Good
has
play.
one as well.
Good push by FR2.
Alright, so
We
now
have
it's
to
their
remember
turn
that
to
we're-
hold on the fort.
Yep. Pretty much. You've got to look at FR as only really being at the start of your seed, you know, germinating, spreading its roots, right? Because they're gonna get quite a bit stronger as the season goes on, and they start to understand who each of their teammates are, what roles they play. I
Right,
think they have their callouts pretty good for their rollout. 'Cause they've got rockets, shots, and shotguns.
You'd think, yeah,
Oh.
you'd think communication FR2 would have that down, right? Generally because they can just steal everything from FR, so that
Get
part
the
of the
cam on
experience
the
is the clone.
rockets.
Yes.
Do we have rockets already?
And
I
it
think
looks
we
like he's on
did.
a 3-4-person kill streak.
Oh,
He's getting some very good
kangaroo.
kills right now. Really
Oh
good
my goodness.
guiding.
They need to send someone to take him out.
Yeah, like this positioning, this is actually something that
Oh my
top tier
God.
teams they might want to write that down. What Kangaroo is doing, I've never really seen that before.
Oh,
And,
he's taking
that's
out
I'll
that
be
very
honest,
effective.
I've tried to do it before in my own play in games, but I couldn't do it nearly as well as what he just pulled off, so that was really fantastic from him, and it
Oh,
looks like that's his
100%.
responsibility, because he's waiting here for the rockets.
No, someone else must have actually also taken the rockets, and that's just
Yeah.
A little coordination thing there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I am hearing rockets. I'm seeing them from someone else as well.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen a rocket user on stream be effective this early on Canyon. Like normally you'll see shots from that speed, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Right,
Vertigo
Supernova
says
trying to get
rocket
through.
spot noted. So I imagine we've got a couple people who are watching who are taking
Yes,
notice.
TBD members.
Yep.
But Kangaroo's very good at guiding those rockets straight down into the cart from a lot of wonky angles that aren't as easy to use.
And he keeps moving. He's definitely not staying still, so he's making it difficult for Supernova to really pick out where he is and go after him.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you have to remember is even before people go after you when you're on the rockets, if they have a teammate who dies next to you, you know, they can still see you in those 5 seconds. They have free callouts. Really, to point out all the rockets. It's
A little
Nice.
different.
super forward there.
Well, looks like they've been able to clear this area out, so FR is
Not
gonna have to.
repeat
FR2's
the,
gonna have to get a grip back on the setup here to stop this.
About, yeah, 3.5 minutes left. Supernova is really, they're managing a fantastic push here.
That was painful to watch. Boy could have walked to the distance he dashed 3 times to get to in like 3 seconds.
It's called Hyper Dash. You gotta conserve your dash.
No, he was going all out with them. But yeah, Supernova's on excellent pace here. They're at 46% with 3 minutes left on the clock. That's basically guaranteeing them checkpoint unless
Right. If I was sitting in
Yeah.
this position and I was them right now, I'd be feeling pretty confident that we'd be going through that checkpoint. I know
Yeah,
it's
Do you
like-
think that's
sure.
gonna play against them though? Does that, like, will they not coordinate as much because they are overconfident?
It definitely
yes,
does.
yes, in a way.
Yeah, it definitely does change from team to team, and from your players. You know, some people get really overconfident. So we're gonna have to watch and see.
I mean, because we got to remember that even if they get checkpoint, like that's not the end of it. They still got to beat the time to get to the end. It's not that far ahead.
Unfortunately, they do have almost all of the time to get through to it.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't look like FR2 is going to make that an easy task.
Quadruple rockets right now?
I think everyone who can use rockets is using rockets on FR2.
And
And there's only one rocket spawn.
That's something we see from FR, and I'm wondering if they've kind of passed it on to FR2 in that there's such a variety of weapons that they're amazing at. FR has a ridiculous amount of golden weapons throughout their team, so it seems that FR2 is kind of picking that up from them as well.
Saint Jokira was looking for a rocket, some kind of disruptor that stuck behind enemy lines. but-
Understandably, it looks like no one from FR2 wants to stand on the payload. I can imagine their internal comms, they're like arguing about who should go sacrifice their life because
Oh,
Supernova
You get on the
repeatedly been bringing
payload.
shocks.
No, you get on the payload.
C'est ton tour.
Oh,
Oh
wait,
wow, an
Oh,
awesome
holy
rocket there from
Great
Pandaroo.
That was-
shot by Pandaroo.
It was a amazing. Brought tears to my eyes, but they're still gonna get
Oh.
checkpoint here.
Got it.
Indeed, there it is.
Yeah, Pandaroo and all the other Rocketeers on FR held off that checkpoint for, I don't know, a minute and a half without any movement.
That was
Like, if they
impressive.
can replicate that every Canyon game that they play, you know, that's just 1 minute off the clock that the enemy needs to make up for.
Exactly. Oh, nice work there from Tom.
Pandaroo in particular is very good with heavy weapons, I would say. Like, I could not pull off that curve.
That
he
was,
had
yeah,
planned.
that was fantastic.
Yeah, and it looked like Tomcat was doing great with the shots earlier as well, so they're definitely utilizing the heavy weapons throughout.
Team wipe from FR, they clear the cart completely this early after Supernova reached checkpoint. Can we get the scoreboard? Top dasher on FR2 is Pandaroo, 6,700 points and 61 kills, which is pretty major, but on Supernova's
Wow.
side, Voidoy is nearing that mark with 57, 5,700 kills. Although Mando is top scoring in points.
Great
So
run.
many heavy weapons. I mean, FR was known for their shotguns during the whole of Season 1. FR2 is being known for their rockets and shotguns.
Looking like it,
Hey, Percent, what's going on? Were you watching in the chat?
What's up, guys? Yeah, I was watching the chat. Exciting game.
Oh yeah, did you notice Pandaroo? He's an up-and-comer.
Yeah, no, this guy's killing it. I haven't seen him in pubs yet, but this guy is obviously a great player.
Now, no idea if he's new or not, but his rocket usage was pretty damn advanced, I'd say, and it seems like he could only get better with that as he continues to play.
Yeah, absolutely epic. I heard you guys were talking about, you know, weapon variety, which is definitely a good thing in general, but I do notice some teams get a little bit reliant on their loadouts, and that can take a lot of time away from getting to the objective.
Yeah, especially if they're conflicting with each other.
That's right. It's always good to be proficient at pistols before moving on.
The
Good
moment
feel back.
Tomcat looked
I
away.
saw Michael moving towards them, but turned away, turned the other cheek. 3FR goes down.
It almost
And-
feels like Michael might have just violated some secret agreement they might have had there. But not shooting.
Yeah, I think Michael's changed his name. I swear, the first time we saw him on stream, it was a slightly different name configured.
Right.
Everybody keeps calling him Michael Spleen, but it's always been.
I mean, maybe I'm gonna go back. I'm curious now. I get
my
the. I
God.
swear I've seen him. I swear I've seen him with different names, but that's all.
Now we have Rafiki's grabbing the rockets now.
This is
Yeah,
pretty
rockets are
hard.
one thing that you really can't have too many of if everyone has time to get the loadout and you're not actually taking away from.
Casual
stopping the
reminder
payload.
here to FR2 that payload is moving. Didn't seem
Now
like-
you can actually hit the roof right here with explosives, rockets or shots, and that explosive radius will be enough to hit those on cart.
However,
Although
they are
yeah,
really tight close with about 4 minutes left. So
Yeah, it's an incredible amount of
FR2
time.
hopefully
They are
locks it
standing
down,
out, which is
yeah.
good. But we could see them trickling and getting a few kills, getting on the payload and getting some footage, and it's working for them.
yeah, I mean, in most teams, I want to say they don't get enough time to get these heavy weapons, like multiple shots and rockets.
Right.
FR has gotten that time, and they've made good use of it. They're using single shots, single rockets, which is enough to have a presence on card. But they could definitely use, like, more people regularly scanning on it.
Oh wow.
I would agree.
That was-
Yeah.
Double
Quite a
kill.
few bodies just went flying.
That's a quad kill from Pandaroo. 71
Wow.
kills and 40 deaths. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It would be nice if his team had a little bit more aggression when actually defending the payload. It looks like people kind of run away, make sure they're staying alive more than. At this point they're moving it so much. You have 3 minutes left. They're almost certainly going to make the end, but you really want to stay on there and make it next to impossible for them to make that.
Yeah.
So
Honestly.
I think it was 42 seconds that FR2 made it with. So they're really gonna have to lock it down here.
And look, I mean, he was able to jump on just now. I saw 4 red
Wow.
bodies in the area, but not a single one was standing on the payload, and they were able to just
They
drive
had
it in there.
two
Yeah,
people
so
in the basement. with
Supernova
big
takes this map.
Yep. I don't actually remember how much time FR had pushing.
It was 42,
24 seconds at the
42
end.
seconds.
Alright, so let me get that
Yeah.
scoreboard up.
I think the biggest difference was probably Supernova pushing for the first checkpoint. That might have been a bit more coordination, but FR. Yeah. Supernova hit the checkpoint with like 2.5 minutes.
So it looks like
Top score is Pandaroo.
yeah, 71 kills there,
Yeah.
and then on blue you got Mando with the even KD, 53-53.
7,200 points, and then shout out to Boydoy for having 63 kills or something. They're moving on to Waterway, which seems to be FR's favorite map across both teams.
I'm assuming we'll see some substitutions here. Yep, and
substitutions
we're
here, right.
watching some people jump out right now. I think that was Surge jumped out.
Yeah, they've got they're going into their conference meeting rooms, and they left one player behind there, AFK.
Inside info tells me we're gonna get a laser chat in here. We'll see.
Oh, who are ya?
Yeah. This is gonna be his league debut, by the way, if he shows up.
Oh wow, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, no, it's his first time in Hyper Dash League. Dude's experienced in league play though, in laser tag.
Oh okay. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this then.
Yeah. That guy was on my team apparently. I forgot, but in laser tag,
Epic.
minor league, epic. He my first sighting of him was actually in the tag team tournament. He was playing in the first and maybe even the second bracket. Great mechanical skill, I'd say, but I think he might have bought the game. I don't think he has any experience from the alphas. So, we'll see. We might see a lot of potential here. Not necessarily all of it being displayed at once, but
Right, and right now we see so many players coming in with amazing mechanical skill, and once they understand objective and how to achieve it in the off season, I think next season's gonna be completely different looking. You're gonna see teams who are just wildly better than they were this time, and it's gonna be a total shock to the league, to the players who've been around forever and their teams aren't already at the top. They're gonna watch some other teams pass them up.
oh yeah, for sure. Honestly, Yeet Kid, I never see him in pubs, but I know he was around way before I was.
Yeah, way before I was too. It's crazy, crazy good killer. Absolutely. He used to be pretty involved in casting and commentating, and took a backseat. I'm assuming Corona kind of died down for him, at least the quarantine parts of it, and so he's probably got back to his real life for the most part. Epic player though, really, really skilled.
Oh yeah, commentating. That's probably where I remember him from.
In the
Over a
early
lot of
days.
the season 1 games I watched.
That's right.
So now that we've got the moment to do so, what are our predictions here for this waterway after having seen the payload and we've got some data now on how both teams are playing today?
I mean, I'm gonna
Well,
have to see who they bring in, but it seems like
yeah.
Supernova's gonna take it. They've been around forever. Mando is just one of those guys who just really kind of understands waterway in a good way, and he's super aggressive, and that always helps a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, since I've met Raptor Ryan's son first, I word it such that I see a little bit of Raptor Ryan in Mando.
Oh,
But I'm sure it's the
absolutely.
other way around. I'm pretty sure it's the other way
It's
around.
actually the
The
other way
opposite
around.
way,
Yeah.
yeah.
A little bit of Mando.
Yeah, he's rubbed off on his dad just a little bit.
And Raptor Ryan, of course, as we know,
To the
has
DNA.
always been a scary player to play against on Waterway. Especially if he can get his loadout and lock beat down, and move along with that. It becomes very stressful to be on the receiving end of that. So I'm believing that
Yeah.
the man
So
is
no
going to
league
carry that
debut,
on.
maybe. Looks
Yep.
like Surge is going to be the one coming back in. Same lineup.
Same lineup, yeah.
Raptor Ryan, of course, being a bit of an antiquated player. Mando, kind of one of those new up and comers. Likes to use his shocks. Plays, is a double agent for Phoenix.
All these secret
standard
details.
standard stuff. I think for the predictions, he'll come. Pandaroo, most of the skill that we saw from him was definitely with the rockets, which you don't see any usage of on
On
Waterway.
Waterway yet, yeah.
So I don't. I think if FR comes out of the gate as an aggressive team, they might not have to deal with the issue a lot of defensive teams face, where they have 2 to 3 people stuck in their base at all times, and they're just getting sieged by the more experienced team on the other side.
Right. If FR pulls out power weapons like the rockets on this map, I'll have to change my vote.
See,
Because
I'm gonna
remember thinking
disagree.
of
If
rockets.
they're taking the time to grab those weapons, it's gonna cost them significantly,
It is.
especially against a team that basically all rolls out with pistols and is super aggressive, which is what you have in Supernova. We've seen that time and time again. If you're really, really reliant on your loadout on Waterway, it costs you a lot.
What?
You end up having to become a super defensive team just because you've taken so much time, you let them flood into your base. Now you're constantly dealing with those counters, and it creates that turtle situation that eventually results in a point.
My point. Yeah. Here's
At the
my
same
my own
time,
point.
at the same time, if one person on FR2 grabs rockets, would you not root for them out of principle?
Absolutely, absolutely. If you have the bravery to jump
That's
to
what I'm
B
thinking. Yeah.
and
If
get
you.
both rockets, then by all means, I want you to do everything in the world that you can. And look, we've seen Boyroy do this in league games to a very successful extent. It's just so difficult and challenging to get on B and get 2 rockets without being murdered by a sniper or a pistol sniper, or even just people coming through B to hit the button and get on their way to the next base. It's a tall order. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. If he does it, by all means, I want him to win. Like that. That's a.
I've been seeing a lot of rockets on Waterway in these pubs now that some newer players, I don't know why, but they love it and they love to go back to their own base and basically just continue to launch rockets at B.
Yeah, rocket snipe. Yeah, rocket snipe. It's the new meta. Come on.
It is new. It is kind of interesting to watch.
You can snipe with any weapon except
Yeah.
shotguns, and even then, you can maybe get get a little bit done.
A little bit of damage
That's
to
what
be
we call
yeah.
back before fall off damage was added to shotguns. Master beams, lateralis. That was mean. I'm sorry, Lat.
Looks like we're ready to go.
Lateralis has moved on, man. He used to be a man of many weapons, and now he's a pistol user.
It's like degenerating, isn't it?
Here we go.
Honestly, I think it's progressing. Like I said earlier, the pistol is the absolute best weapon because of the time crunch.
Bill Fuse is. Oh, does he have a stop?
I don't
Nope.
think so. He's lining him up with his hands, is what it looks like.
That is difficult.
Yeah, see, so taking the time to get that, we see them already in their base. You know, what, 3 players down? They're already
Countdown
getting
already.
countdowns. They did get in their base, but there we go. Clean them out.
Nice.
Got three kills in a row and then got a countdown by himself.
So if you're gonna take this amount of time to get all these weapons, then you're gonna have to make them work. You have to get multiple kills and make it worth it.
Can
I
he
can't
make
believe
it?
he's lining them up like that without stock. That's
But
wow. Maybe he's got like a magnet stock or something like
He
that.
could.
But
My guess
twice
is-
now we've seen him run and grab these snipers to no avail, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just going up and against an aggressive team. You don't have enough time to get set up as a sniper.
Takes a lot of dashes. They actually, Kangaroo here is the only one doing oh no, hey,
He's
this
gonna
is
keep
it.
doing it.
I mean, I'm curious. I want to see the pseudo rifle
I
stock
was-
in it.
Yeah, I would like to see him actually get a chance to snipe.
It's tough to snipe when a team's constantly invading, but actually right now, FR's controlling B. They got 3 players over there getting wiped out a little bit, 1 left, and now there's 2 supernovas.
What?
top.
No, there are rockets up. Who's on the rocket?
Yeah. Definitely want to see that.
Am I rooting for blue or red?
Yeah, I know. Right?
Whoever's using rockets can root for it.
So Pander is actually using pistols, which is pretty good.
Sensible. Yeah,
He's-
Pandaroo
he's-
looks
he's
to be like
basically-
the all-star
yeah.
right now.
Absolutely, he's holding down B, which is a good job. He's gonna follow him, take care of Manda before he's able to accomplish anything.
Is he gonna take the dash?
You get wrong.
Wait, does he not have dashes right now? Is he on 3? Maybe so.
Yeah, he's probably just trying to replenish his dashes. So at least
It'd be
one
nice
headshot there.
Play
Good
the
counter. Good counter.
bottom left corner or something. Dashes and help. Not help.
That was a red
This is a
counter.
lot closer than you would have anticipated originally. FR is actually controlling 2 buttons right now.
It looks like FR just took a second to get kind of in the swing of things.
They were.
I think they do need to get push out and be a bit more aggressive. They seem to be a bit hesitant when they get to be and when they have control of
Wait, what the hell? Lil Freeze has 5 kills and 5 deaths now. I mean, you saw him die 4 times in a row. He's just going
Yeah,
on a
so
major streak.
again, you know, in that opening, if you can survive that and you don't get scored on, and you can finally set up and you've got people more evenly distributed, then the sniping becomes
Yeah.
significantly easier. It's just in that initial loadout is when it's so tough to make that really work.
Also,
Especially
I'm like 90% sure it's Lil Peas. I don't think there's an R
This
in
is
there.
one of the craziest loadouts I think I've ever seen. I
Shots
mean,
and
I'm not even
shotguns.
gonna knock it because it's like working. This is
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Oh,
Let's
that's
take that out the
that's the
screen real
rough part
quick.
about using shocks, especially when you're a high ping player. The server side is what dictates the explosives, so he may have on his end been pretty
Yeah.
surprised by that death.
You may have been 2 dashes away from it.
Exactly, he was probably thinking like, what the hell?
Blue takes B.
Yeah, what? Lil Freeze.
Lil
Lil
Fees.
Fees.
There's no
There's
R.
no R. I can't see the pixels. Well, in any case, he's been like on a pretty long kill streak right now.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Oh, and they've got a FR2 countdown.
Wow.
That,
They do seem to be getting a bit more aggressive, really.
Yeah,
pushing
FR2 could definitely win this at this
Blue
point.
teams.
well, let's look at the
in.
points.
Oh no, countdown.
Oh,
Blue takes
oh.
Good
B.
Just as I
counter.
say that, they got a countdown going.
Yep,
So.
Keep
don't
on
say
just
that.
In an effort to prove me wrong is all.
Right.
And Mando leading kind of what we expected. He's a crazy aggressive player, smashing buttons, running all over the place.
It really does look like Supernova has the kill lead, but in terms of sheer points, it's
Hey, this is domination. Buttons are what wins
Yeah,
it.
but-
Takes B.
That's coming from somebody who always has the lowest build, but can push the heck out of the buttons.
Blue takes C.
Oh, good.
What? So,
What's your-
never mind.
Did we miss
Red
something?
team
The second
scores
encounter.
in counter.
Oh,
You got the shock.
okay.
Shot.
They could, if they can take out Mando immediately, they might be able to score.
Alright, that
Oh,
was an
but there was
even
no one else to
exchange
press.
between Rafiki
Yeah.
and I think
Well,
Michael
good trade.
Bean. Tomcat,
Oh,
that
the
dash is
dashes
annoying.
don't want
Yeah,
to snap. Yeah, that's
Yep.
so frustrating.
I just ignore that route completely. I
Good
don't take
kill.
it. It scares me.
Yeah.
Wolfie's
Wait,
putting in
is
some
Lil
work
Peas
this
he
game.
stock?
really-
Actually, now I'm not certain. It could be one of those magnetic stocks.
I'm thinking it's the magnetic because he does have them separate, but they just snap into position, and that's got to be. If they're not shaking, like how would you hold it like that without
Blue takes
something?
Right.
top?
We've seen
Calibrating
this
this
one.
not so that the green dots are perfectly in line. But take the left
Yeah.
here. Up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a magnetic rifle stock. I've never really seen one, but I know
I've
Bible
seen them.
Crusader. He's the other
Seen
rifle
designs.
stock user.
People
Yeah.
posted like 3D printed designs as well that
Yeah,
work pretty well,
exactly.
and you can get them on Etsy. They line up right behind each other.
Yeah, any FR2 members in chat can confirm to us whether this is pure raw surgeon
Quest
hand.
6, can you translate for us, please?
Blue takes A.
Yeah,
I
classics.
don't quite have the chat pulled up. If they say something, you do your best
Blue
French
takes
impression, and
B.
I'll try and translate.
Oh
that.
no. There's no way to do this without insulting somebody. Okay, whoever.
Oh,
Somebody
someone
asked
did
in
say
the
something?
comments who's commentating. We got QuestX here, who's also manning the camera, the drone. We've got Percent, we've got Doofus, and then
Hello.
me, Callie.
And you're supposed to say something when your name came around.
Yeah, I need like a goof in the booth type intro. I don't have it.
We need a percent slogan to go with. I can't believe it's been 7 minutes and still no points or really any indication that there will be a point.
Blue takes
We
B.
might see it go the whole 25. I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, like
I
things
can say
end
this
so
is
quickly. Like
significantly closer
Yeah.
match than I expected it to be.
Sometimes at the end of these long, drawn-out matches, people are worn out, and that's when teams can really capitalize and get 3 quick points. We've seen it happen many times. It's like the first point happens with 5 minutes left, and all of a sudden they still win with
It's
3
a
to
war of
0.
attrition. You get exhausted, and then
Absolutely.
once you get to the end, you get momentum, and it changes the. It really changes the game.
And if you're like playing Arc, you just have to outlast their battery power. So
It looks like
Always have a backup battery.
you,
I
you
don't
also
know how they haven't realized this.
you also want to like sing lullabies when you're near ARC members. It can sometimes get Lumi to fall asleep mid-game.
That's assuming he's not already asleep for the game.
Sleepwalking.
now I can't actually tell which base
Red
is
takes B.
red and which base is blue because it looks like either there's 3 FR cooped up in their base or 3 FR cooped up in the enemy base.
Blue takes B.
so A is definitely.
Oh, I
is,
mean, the
is
transitions
FR's
are-
base.
Red takes A.
Yeah.
I don't see how else you would do it without stuff, but
I
I
think
should
we
just
just got it. I
questioning
think
it.
the magnet is fine.
Yeah, I think he's magnet. He still probably has to actually physically line them up, but he's got like a rod that you can center around.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Sarluin, he snipes in a similar way with two snipers, although he has them side by side rather
Right.
than
So Sarluna and I do the
each over
same
the
thing
other.
where we both have rubber grips on our controllers, and we just press the grips into each
Blue
other,
takes B.
and that's how we hold them
Oh.
together.
Red takes C.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, almost had a
I don't think I
countdown.
exposed an industry
You
secret.
kid is
I don't think we're
controlling
only
the
one
enemy
who does that.
base right
So our
now.
Lewin's
Yep.
now like pissed off.
But FR is
One of
controlling
his-
their
yeah.
base.
Red
What's
takes
just
A.
just told us the secret
Blue
to
takes
being
C.
British.
So how,
That's how you become British.
so now do we all get to be as good as our Lewin at sniping? I hope so.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I wish I was a
immediately.
quarter as good as you.
That guy is incredible. Absolutely the best sniper I've seen, and that's saying something because we have some crazy snipers in this league.
Yeah, I just played against Sarluin. He is interesting to play against. Like, you don't think of him until all of a sudden you
You die from him?
halfway across. No, literally across the map. All
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah,
Lewin
He
has
gets some of the
genuinely-
wildest shots on you while you're coasting along the bottom rail, and he's like in the corner of your eye.
out of
It's just-
nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. He positions himself in a lot of funky spots. He's not always.
Yeah, and he's
sniping
not
kill.
afraid to drop down and shoot you mid-drop or 360
Oh, yeah.
scope you, whatever.
No,
yeah,
he's been
that's a
literally
sniper.
practicing that as far as I know, like how to cover the entire baseline himself rather than leaving it to a call out.
So
A
we
lot
had
of
a
those
very,
snipers, they'll stay by the shield the
Blue
entire
takes
time.
B.
we had a very brief supernova countdown right there. And it does look like they really are kind of being a little bit more aggressive and really taking control of speed. So I don't know if FR2 is really just, like we said, it's getting to be exhausting.
Red takes B.
So I'm curious to see how this goes on.
How many has he killed now? These are like a 3-kill streak.
Kangaroo.
Which is incredible.
That's
Andy's
4
taking their
kills.
dashes, which is huge.
No, he's absolutely causing havoc here.
I-
Oh
4.
my gosh.
I mean, how many more can we get, man? Come on, keep going.
We got both the
That's
shotguns.
5?
This
Yes?
Oh my
Is he gonna do
God.
this?
Red
Is he gonna
cap.
hold this by himself? He very well might.
Do it.
No.
Come
Oh,
on!
no.
Oh!
Wait, where did- oh, there's Tomcat.
So close, but hey, it's
Last
still
cap.
possible. Oh no, they've. Oh, here we go, another countdown.
So they've got to grab
Yeah.
both
Oh,
B and
Capture.
C
That's
at the same
exciting
time.
though. Good work, man. This guy is crazy talented.
Yeah.
The one thing I'd like comment on that is he went back for more kills, which I did not expect him to go on such a long streak. Normally with domination, you'll kill 1 or 2 and you'll immediately hit the button to lock in the enemy team. But it was
Well,
a
maybe
great
he
play
may have
if
been
he
paying
had that last
attention
kill. That'd
'cause,
be a point for FR2.
His team was fighting to hold on to B, so he probably wanted to decrease the count of players there.
Blue teams.
Oh, is that? Yeah, I didn't know for sure if they had B or not, but great
No, so
play.
there was a fight
and they're
going on
about
at B.
to hold
Blue
down.
takes B.
So was their own pace. Yep.
They're in their own base now, yeah.
Lil Freeze top killer with 32
Lil Freeze.
kills
There's
and
no
12 down.
R.
Blue teams.
Yeah. So
Well,
once he got set up
have
and
it.
able to start sniping, it became pretty nightmares for the other team. Which is
Yeah.
why when you're playing a sniper like this, you want to keep the aggression up as much as you can. You definitely don't want to get defensive. Then you start trickling in, and it's easier for them to take you off on
Oh
those
my
rails.
gosh.
Great
I
kill.
don't know how boy do I didn't die there.
Red
I'm
takes
assuming that
B.
FR player is wondering the same thing.
Yeah, probably.
That's the fun about playing with totally
They're-
different things.
Their
Oh,
comms are
wow.
just going, oh, putain.
Blue team score.
That was such a smooth
here's
360
a countdown.
turn from Boydoy as
Blue
he
team
took out that player on
scores
the
in
rails.
Italy.
Here we go, as a countdown.
Another
Oh, they're gonna
countdown,
get
big
it, man. They
counter.
counter their own base, but there's 2 other people behind them. Wasn't like they were gonna beat that.
Michael Speed
Some FR players right now in B.
making some leaps.
Yeah, Michael Speen is killing it. 31 and 38. He's leading his team right now, but it's really insane to see the kill totals here really favoring FR2, despite them being the significantly newer team. Supernova's been around since season 1.
Red
FR2
takes
started
B.
out with fewer kills than Supernova. They've been warming up.
Like I said, I think it's
yeah,
kind
a little bit of
second
both.
stride.
That and like once they were able to actually take the time to be able to get their load. If you look, every time we see one of these players, they have a shotgun or they've got a sniper. They're really taking loadouts to a serious level. It's just that initial push is when Supernova was able to capitalize on their use of those pistols, but unfortunately they weren't able to actually close it off and get that point. So now we're in this back and forth, and when the point is scored, we'll probably see a minor shift towards Supernova for the loadout, and then right back to FR if they can't capitalize and grab that point.
So FR has one player dedicated to standing in the back of their base and just holding
So they're
down
playing
C.
incredibly defensive.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're both incredibly defensive
Blue
teams
team
right now.
speed.
They must have great stamina because looking at the clock,
Surge
you're
has
12
been here
minutes
for
remain and there are
a
no
couple,
points.
like 30 seconds.
And they both seem to be playing. Both teams seem to be wanting to play the long game of get 1 point and hold that point till the end of the
Blue
25
take
minutes.
C.
Definitely.
Which I definitely can't blame them. You know, with the league game,
Blue
you
takes
do what you need to do
lead.
to win.
Yeah.
But many teams are avoiding having to work for 25 minutes because it's really
Yeah,
exhausting and not to
But it's
control
also
your numbers.
waterway, and I do think aggression wins out. So it's, you know,
Definitely.
I don't know.
I-
It depends on the team. Some
Blue
definitely
team
works better for
scores
certain
in
teams.
3.
Yeah, I think it's I say
Might
this a
be
lot.
it.
It's like the soccer thing.
Blue
Some
team
teams are really
Oh.
defensive. They eke out a point, and there we go.
They
So
got a point.
again, look
Yeah.
across. Supernova is 100% negative KD, except for Geek Kid, and they've got 1-0 right now. So it's
Yeah.
not necessarily about getting the kills in this map. It's about strategically moving and making those micro decisions that result in your team being in a position to score the point, locking down buttons, and keeping the other team. So right now, this is a good opportunity for Supernova to ramp up the aggression to 100 and try to get in here and hold their button, maybe get off another point really quickly. If they can't do that, if they get cleared out, then it's going to become significantly harder. They're going to have their sniper set up, and it's just going to become a really long, drawn-out
Blue
battle
take
again,
speed.
which, honestly, Supernova can't afford. If FR stays completely defensive this whole time, that suits Supernova just as well.
Right now they've got that 1 point. It's really FR2 that needs to be looking to get back the point that they're down.
That's
Yeah,
it.
and I
So they
really
need
would like
ramp
to
up.
see them pushing and getting a little bit more aggressive. I think that would
Blue
help
takes
things
C.
a lot.
They've already
I
shown
did
us
not
that they've
expect
got the
that
killers
point
to
come
do
out
it.
from Supernova.
Uh-uh.
That was very sudden. Just callbacks to other versus
Blue
I.
takes
That was the
A.
most
Blue team
boring game for the
scores
first
in
like 22 minutes, and then in the last 3 minutes, all of a sudden the squid
Blue
they like
team
I
scores
scored 2
in
points,
3.
others scored 2
Here's another
points,
countdown.
and the
Oh
game
wow,
ended.
and this is looking
Good
epic
counter.
counter.
Good counter.
Yeah, I thought the same would happen here, but
Blue
no,
takes
Supernova
lead.
trickled in a point, and now it's up to FR to just have all 5 of their members making plays at the same time because they're not going to forego their sniper.
Can we just real quick look at Lil Fee's KD? He's 48 and 17.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
which
Crazy.
honestly is insane, but also means that his players around him are doing a fantastic
Red
job of
takes
keeping the
lead.
pressure
keeping him
off of the
safe.
base.
Yeah.
How
Blue
is
team
He's gonna
scores
respond to
in
this disruptor that just
counter.
came from that top left rail?
He's gonna hold.
He's just
Blue
gonna
takes
buttonhole and
A.
leave and ignore it.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I mean, even the most epic sniper in the world won't be able to necessarily deal with someone sneaking in through the bottom and the top. I mean,
No,
there's
yeah.
so many routes that you can take in to take out a sniper, so it really does require your teammates backing you up and making sure that you can stay alive. And it's a symbiotic relationship between the pushers and the sniper as well.
Symbiotic relation. I
I
thought
was
you were
gonna
gonna
say,
say
I've not
parasitic
heard-
relationship
Blue
for
team
some reason.
scores in
This is an
3.
interesting way to. Oh,
Two.
countdown.
Counter.
Oh,
Good
Yeah.
counter.
That's a great thing that Tomcat got the counter. Otherwise, Lil Fees would be very upset with himself right now. He missed
Yeah.
the first dash. Otherwise, he would have done that.
No,
But-
but definitely symbiotic. I mean, what you're doing as a sniper is you're taking out some of the enemies who could take out your pushers, and as a pusher, you're keeping the pressure off of your base. Both of you are absolutely gaining a
it
lot from
depends.
that.
Are you talking about revolver snipers or pistol snipers? Because
I'm
pistol
talking about
snipers
any
are
sniper.
definitely parasitic. Like all they do is steal your kills.
That's Doofus's perspective of things. I'm not gonna lie. I totally try to steal Doofus's kills. That's an end goal for me at all times.
Your growth on the back of team name.
It's true.
One kill for Mando.
Counter.
Wait, is Mando? I guess Mando's in FR's own base right now. This
Yeah.
really good play with the shotguns
He's
right
wreaking
now.
havoc.
That right though.
So
Oh, he's
I
unreactive.
want to say the reason we're seeing so many shotguns is the ping difference. The shotgun is something that kind of levels that out a little bit.
Hmm.
And usually, if you're seeing sparks over and over again, it's not uncommon for players to go grab those shotguns just
Did you
because
see that?
they were. Yeah, that went right through them, didn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Red takes C.
That Mando went on a pretty long streak there with that last kill. He had to fight for it.
Countered.
Yeah.
It was like a brief moment of half damage.
Oh, jeez. I hate half damage.
Everyone loves half damage.
Blue takes B.
I love half damage. It gives you twice as long to stay alive
You
and
like
get killed.
half damage?
I love half damage.
How long have you? Did we know about this before we added you onto Team Name?
I actually hated it when I first joined Team Name, but over time, you know, once I learned how to sprint strafe a little bit, it's like super OP. Half damage is actually just double the health.
I mean, I guess if
I
you're
feel
already
like shield
landing charge
users, they
headshots.
like have a similar policy: double the health, half the damage.
Half the killing power, that's right. But it's
Yep.
a little bit more even since everyone has half the killing power.
There we go.
I wonder if they
Rafiki.
know Rafiki's there.
There's a shock right now.
Oh,
Ooh,
now
I
they
don't
know.
think he did, but yeah, now
know.
they
Do
Hopefully
they
their
know?
comms are
Maybe.
blowing up. Oh, do they? Yeah, do they know is a good question.
No,
Oh,
get the
good.
Ah.
Man, E-Kid actually had double shots of his own there, so, you know, it's always a lot of value to take out an enemy loadout.
Red takes B.
Buys a bit of time.
Blue takes B.
Huh?
Good
Great
kill.
shot. Yeah. My one qualm with standing here is that you have no idea what's on the bottom rail, and that's pretty scary.
You gotta have impeccable comms if you're gonna stand in this corner.
Pretty much.
You effectively cannot see that bottom.
No, it's a better
Blue
it's a better
team
high ground view,
soars
so you
in
can get
three.
headshots and whatnot easier. Here we go. This is looking like
That's
another
a
point.
point.
Oh, they got
Oh,
him. They got it. Epic. But wait, nope.
Oh,
Now there's two there to hold it down.
One left.
One left. Is he gonna be able to do it?
Oh,
Nope.
no.
And we've got 5 dead
This
FR
round.
players. This is gonna guarantee a
Wow.
point.
Yeah.
That was Mando holding down the button.
That was
Right.
Mando holding down
We
the
had
button.
3 players in here. It was a group effort. Good job by those guys coordinating and to get into that base.
Blue takes
So now they're gonna
B.
ramp up. They're gonna ramp up this aggression real quick, which is really smart on their end.
Elimination.
I want to say at this point, I mean, there's 5 minutes left on the clock. That's enough for a single game of domination to end. But I feel like when the morale is this low, if it's 0-2 like this, it can be pretty damn hard to push it back.
Well, I mean, this is kind of exactly what we said at the very beginning. We're like, it can go for a long time, and then it just takes 1 point in the whole game.
Red takes B.
Yeah, pretty much. Mando here has very shaky hands.
Might have
What
to
is he shaking? I couldn't even see what he was
change,
shooting.
swap Twitchy with Mando.
See,
Taking
Twitchy.
over the Mando.
Yeah.
I noticed it
Is
earlier.
Twitchy actually Mando? We need to ask these questions, guys. We gotta surf
Are
and
we
see.
allowed to
Oh,
ask
got a
here's
second
the
red
countdown,
counter.
countdown.
Oh shit! Come on, let's do it.
And there it
They've
is.
got it.
FR has
what
a
a
Well
response.
response.
done.
Well, and look, you
Yeah.
can see the relief on that player
I
as
know,
they
I
get to that
saw
point. You can see he's breathing a sigh of relief. That's epic.
Crash point.
Good moment.
And they have double rockets on their side too. From
Yeah.
Blue takes C.
That was
That even
fantastic.
counts over there. I mean, I
Awesome
don't.
job.
They didn't get their button.
It's always a great place to peek on mid B to get a kill on the enemy bottom rail.
I believe FR2 probably leaves their button to Lil Fees there who's sniping to go grab.
It's countdown. No, it
Yeah,
isn't.
that's fair. That makes sense.
Surge is... how much farther can he
What
go
is
down?
he doing? Is
Is
he
he-
sitting
You
down?
can't see me if I'm in the floor.
It's not wrong.
Smaller target.
He's
Even
fighting
record
for
what
that
you
point. He's
could
gonna
go in the
defend it.
floor.
Yeah, you
do
can.
that.
No, you can go completely under the floor. It's great. It's totally balanced. Yeah.
Totally balanced.
Yeah, I mean, I believe Paintball League, the official rules said it was allowed because what if they're short people? Negatively
than the-
short people?
Negatively shot. Whoa, did you see that rocket?
There was rockets.
There was a
yeah.
rocket.
I can't believe we're actually seeing rockets
I
here.
love it.
I don't know who it was. I don't think he liked it.
I wondered, Surge,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to see who this guy is. I mean, up until now, the only proficient rocket user that I've seen on Waterway has been Boy Roy. Boy
mean, like,
Roy, sorry, Boy
Only
Roy.
rocket user on Waterway?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of spine to grab those rockets, seeing as how difficult they are to get.
Good kill from E-Kid, but yeah, so Supernova's taking control of B and switched.
And,
Is Surge
We're
still
just
just
that-
under
crouching
3
back
minutes.
there? Yep, yeah, Surge is still back there.
Yeah, it looks like Supernova might be a tiny bit more defensive now that they've got the 2-1. But I think FR still have an opportunity to have a
Ooh, Mando.
definitely no
I mean,
indication. of
surely
defense.
Mando wouldn't have known about that player if it weren't for a call.
Oh, what a bad, what a unlucky,
Unfortunate. Yeah, that was
unlucky. Oh,
They've got 2 or 3 FR in their
We're
base.
getting the countdown right now, and there's the counter.
Man,
Blue team.
They can hit that button. We can get another countdown
No.
going. Immediate counter.
Counter.
They're going again, and
Two
there's
of
only
them,
2
two
players
alive.
alive.
In
There we go. Ooh. There we go. Another countdown. 3 players alive. They're gonna get it. Yes. They are gonna get it.
Oh my
Another
gosh.
countdown. 3 players still alive.
red takes
Go for the
A.
button.
There we go. Ooh, now the pressure's off. They finally countered at B. Oop, they took B back. But
Yep.
at least it looks like they've cleared out their base for the time being. Man, they're
Minute and a
getting
half.
extremely defensive here. They're looking at their wrist. They see it. They're like, you know
They're
what,
wait.
dude?
Yep.
Let's just run this one out.
Red takes
It's a
B.
risk. It's a real risk. Staying aggressive is actually a good defensive strategy.
oh, it's
Hey,
a
the best
glorious
defense is a
shot
strong
from
offense.
That's exactly right.
Blue
He has to hold
takes
down the
B.
button.
He's
Hold
not
down the
gonna button
button for the
hold
next
for a
60
minute, is
seconds.
he?
I mean, he may very well.
We'll check back on it.
He's
Dude,
grabbed
hey, go back to the Rockets. Yes,
Somebody
it's
grab
Rafiki.
Rafiki.
It's
Rafiki
Rafiki.
did.
All right, I want to see Rafiki here and what he can do with these because it's pretty challenging just to get those things in the first place.
I mean, it makes almost no sense to grab rockets over shocks because they have like the same stats, but one curves. But however, it's about the spirit. 45 seconds on the clock.
I'd argue that the curve is the most important part of a rocket if you're using it on waterway. You gotta maximize that.
For sure.
Rockets over shots.
Why
Ooh,
is
nice
everybody
kill.
so defensive right now?
Yeah, they need to get out of their base.
I
No.
was thinking for a second that they would have a mid B group up there, but I guess not.
Blue countered.
Rafiki might
Blue
lose these
team
rockets right now.
scores
though. He's
in
playing-
No, he's gonna keep them.
15 seconds left. Do they know how much time they have left?
Blue team
I don't think so, but it.
Oh, there's a countdown.
Holy shit! There's a countdown. They're gonna counter B, which is the smart play there.
Yeah.
I mean, at this
Seven.
point, 5, yep, that's it. Oh wait,
another
will
countdown.
Supernova get it? No.
Good.
in countered. Blue team wins.
Yeah,
And
they
there
might
we
have
go.
lost track of time there, because they have to check their watches to even see how much time. is remaining.
Yeah, and we saw Supernova checking theirs the whole time. They were well aware of what was happening, but that's a little bit of the experience that they have. But honestly, incredible job by FR2. This is brand new team, and to go up against a team who's been around for 2 seasons and hold them 2-1 and complete 100% push on payload. That's super impressive stuff.
Lil Fees with 72 kills, 13,000 points, although Tomcat takes the score lead with 17,960 points, 53 kills. On Supernova's side, it's Boydoy with a couple more kills than Tomcat, but a few less points. 59 kills, 17,000 points. Mando with 64 kills, top killer on Supernova's side.
Alrighty, so with that concludes. I think Supernova is taking this one. Let's see if they'll pull out the death match. But
Yeah,
It
looks
looks like it. Yeah.
4 of them are.
while they get themselves organized, I'd like to thank all
5.
those commentators, you guys, for helping me out on such a short notice. That was awesome.
Yeah, happy to do it.
And then again,
Thank
all
you
of
to Percent for coming out of the chat into the
you
world.
got any shout-outs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I think I am gonna hop out though while they do deathmatch because I need to eat.
So then, Callie,
So I will
you
see-
can do your
I
shout-outs
will
first.
see all of you later.
Catch you later.
Catch you later. Alright, do you have any predictions for this deathmatch?
I think we gotta go Boydoy, Geek Kid, Mando, or the new guy from FR. Pandaroo's been destroying it.
Deathmatch is weird because people can come at you from any angle, so it's kind of like a reaction time and first shot accuracy game versus literally every other skill.
Yeah.
Not only that, but there's 100%, a luck factor there.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're spawning, you just happen to get in front of or behind someone makes the world of difference between how many kills you're gonna end up with. Amanda's destroying people right now. Epic job.
That's right. If you ever actually play a high level, or no, a deathmatch with 9 really good players, it is just, everyone dies, like,
Chaos. Absolute chaos.
and if you target the wrong person, you might find yourself targeting one guy who falls off, second guy, third guy, fourth guy, and you cannot get a kill. It's everyone
Yeah.
just becomes like a pistol sniper and steals your kills.
I try. But no, you're right. You end up you give a lot of damage to people, and then someone comes in with the final 6th bullet or something, and you've lost that kill, and it's like literally no credit to you whatsoever because it's only about finishing the kill.
Yeah, and furthermore, top players, they actually know where the action is, so they naturally sort of congeal into one solid spot of just chaos.
You're right, though. It is chaos. You know, it's not something we've seen really fleshed out in any sense.
How
I mean,
squatted
people
was
play
it
it for
good?
fun. There hasn't been a deathmatch league per se. There's been a tournament or two here and there, but no one's really had like high-level deathmatch play. And I don't know that we will get there because most people seem to enjoy the team aspects of these things. And hopefully, we do get a team deathmatch at some point.
Yeah, and that all being said, shoutouts to the Val Winter Games Hyperdash Deathmatch Tournament. Signups close today at 1 a.m. EDT. I assume that's Eastern Daylight Time. It's got a pretty thick prize pool, and that will include the same top tier deathmatch that I talked about earlier with 9 to 10 really good players. Yeah, check it out. Sign up if you're interested.
Yeah, it should be epic. It's hard to make predictions. I mean, you can maybe say who might make the finals there, but it's going to be next to impossible to predict who's going to win that. It's
Well, I mean, next to impossible, Reckless he's there, right?
well, yeah, of course, we assume if he signs up, he'll be in the finals, no doubt. But even then, a player like him, who I would literally say is like 50% better than the next closest player, it's still not a guarantee because it's all about where you're spawning and just a little bit of luck.
It is. No, the finals will be insane if there's actually a good number of signups too. Reco did not sign up.
In deathmatch, it's not just how lethal you are, but how quickly.
Also, we need 13 signups, according to the Grandmaster himself, Fat of Head. Yeah, so really do check it out if you're interested.
Mando's right in front of Boydoy. One more, they're tied now, actually. And you see that Mando's fighting for a kill, getting damage. Someone steals the kill and kills him, and that's just how the deathmatch goes sometimes.
That person just happened to be the guy in second place who's trying to.
Oh yeah, that can be game changing when he comes in and steals your kill and gets you. That's an unfortunate circumstance when you're leading.
For sure. Good show to this deathmatch. 9 players. You don't see so many.
Yeah, you don't see that frequently, but get them all of them, especially for a 25-minute exhausting waterway match. It's kind of crazy we got 9 people to play.
Oh, for sure.
Tomcat has a little bit of that odd Leviathan grip on his guns, where he has one held a little bit higher than the other.
I feel like odd Leviathan, for him to have his own grip style, that's just crazy. How much other parts of the game copies.
Oh no, he stole it from Darkness, but
Yeah. Nomination. He's been pretty good this season. I'd say he's pretty improved.
I'd like to see an award for the best copycat, and I think we all know who deserves that.
And we know who's put in the most hours too, being like someone else.
Ooh, but you can't be the original. That guy's just an enigma. Something that's like so hard. He's got every skill just combined into one player. It's like if you made him in a lab or something.
I think he was made in the lab back in like the 9 copies of Dark
Trained from birth, right?
Yeah. The couple like defunct versions of makers where finally he got a hold of Reco, the one.
Did Mando fall out? Maybe his internet cut out on him. He was right there with Boydoy. I don't see him anymore.
Boydoy's taking a significant lead, but he's gonna have to. I don't know
Boydoy's basically got it now. It was neck and neck, Mando and Boydoy, and I guess his internet went out on him, or maybe his headset died. They did just play some long matches.
I mean, all these these veteran team games, I feel like FR2 wouldn't follow the rule. Boydoy would. The rule being, of course, for the top person when he reaches 49 to kill the second place.
Wait, hold on, that's the second time.
That's 2 friendly fires in a row. What? Man. Anyway, yes. So the top player has to finish the deathmatch off by killing the second.
There we go. And he's gonna take it. Michael Speen was in second. He's dead, so we can assume he followed the rule.
Yep. Likely. Congratulations to Boy Doy, 50 kills, 33 deaths. I think on FR side, Rafiki was second to highest.
That's right, Rafiki. Followed by Tom Kettle, he's Saint Joki. Man, I don't know how to say that name. Jokira? Pandaru and Yikid.
Is that a French thing?
Yeet Kid level 12. Wow.
Not sure.
That's low for a player from Alpha. I guess he doesn't play that often compared to some of the other players here.
Well,
Like
even
Michael
during the
Speed, who's got
alphas.
level 41.
Yeah. Has anyone reached level 50 yet? I assume so, but
Yes.
I haven't seen one.
I've
Captain
seen a level
Kickass is level
49
50.
today. Shout out to whoever that was.
Captain Kickass was level 50 yesterday. He's a new player.
Who was?
Really? Captain Kickass is the first to level 50. That's
Oh
impressive.
yeah. Captain Kickass, he is very active.
Oh yeah, he
in
seems
the
like a
alpha.
fun dude. Super active in the Discord. Hopefully see him in
Yeah.
League soon.
Oh, I'm hoping, yeah. I was playing with him yesterday. He's really getting. I mean, yeah, by level 50, I'm really hoping you're getting grips on the game, but.
I mean, not all of us. Some of us still
Nah,
have no
but
idea.
you can see his attitude towards the game is very similar to most of us who just found love immediately, and that's always fun to
Absolutely,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I played against Captain Kickass 3 times, only for like 5 minutes at a time. Then his battery, I assume, died. I mean, he never made any indication, but
Of
I
what?
mean, he
Likely, he's
wouldn't
not. He
quit.
doesn't seem like the kind to just quit. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's not that type. I don't think.
Shout
well,
out to Captain Kickass. Don't know if you're watching, but we always enjoy seeing new up and coming players.
absolutely.
But
All right.
you know, it did make me, you know, have a couple tears come out, getting abandoned like that, and
Next time, ping someone join.
when we needed him most.
Need him the most. He left. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Again, thank you all to the commentators. My name is Questex, and then again to the viewers as most and the players. Thank you guys all for coming together. And then again, thank you to all of y'all who have helped make this league run. We're having a good season, and we'll see you in the next cast, which should be tomorrow. I believe that's Fire versus Supernova. Actually, not super certain if anyone knows tomorrow's game.
I am the messenger, because you know what's up here tonight at 12 East. It's Among Us with that and maybe Uno too. I don't know.
Epic.
Was I supposed to mute